What happens when a people who have been oppressed for hundreds of years create their own state, surrounded by enemies? Since its foundation in 1948, Israel has not only survived a series of wars, but has also transformed into the wealthiest country in the Middle East. How did a state with no natural resources, built by refugees, become a technological giant? And most importantly, is Israel today a victim fighting for survival, or a toxic abuser destroying its neighbors? Let's figure it out. In 1947, the UN decided to partition Palestine into Jewish and Arab states. The Arabs disagreed, and a war broke out in which Israel won and expanded its territories. Today, it is a wealthy country that has surpassed many oil powers in GDP through the export of microelectronics and complex medical equipment. But this economic miracle has two hidden engines. The first is colossal external support. The diaspora from all over the world donates billions annually. The US alone has given Israel over $300 billion in total, mostly for military power. The second engine is the repatriation program, or Aliyah. Israel receives ready-made adult professionals without spending a dime on their education. For every shekel invested in an immigrant, the economy gets 5 back. This drives massive growth, though it also creates tremendous social inequality within the country. Behind the glossy cover hides another reality, where the formerly oppressed have themselves become oppressors. A glaring example is the Gaza Strip. It is an overpopulated territory surrounded by a concrete wall, dependent on Israel for water and energy supplies. In 2007, radicals from Hamas seized power there. For Israel, Gaza is a constant threat, but at the same time, it is a source of almost free labor with simply nowhere else to go. The second Palestinian territory is the West Bank of the Jordan River. Here, the authorities chose a peaceful path, but their lands are divided into zones. The Israeli army controls the majority, and there are separate roads within the territory that Arabs are forbidden to use. Add to this the Golan Heights, captured from Syria, which is the main source of drinking water, and we get a system that leads international human rights organizations to directly accuse Israel of an apartheid regime. Why does the world turn a blind eye to this? Israel has a powerful shield, the US, which regularly blocks unfavorable resolutions in the UN. The second trump card is the historical memory of the Holocaust, which prevents many European countries from openly criticizing the Jewish state's policies. However, Israel faces two existential threats ahead. The first is a shift in the US focus. America is weakening economically and is redirecting its attention to the confrontation with China. If financial and military support dries up, Israel will be left face-to-face with its neighbors. The second threat is a demographic bomb. The share of ultra-Orthodox Jews, the Haredim, is growing rapidly. They hardly work, do not serve in the army, live on welfare, and reject new technologies. Yet their families have 6 to 7 children. In 20 years, they could become the majority, which would collapse the technological economy and turn Israel into a radical religious state. Israel was for a long time a sheep surrounded by wolves, but over time, it didn't notice how it grew fangs itself. The history of the Jewish people is full of tragedies, but the past does not justify the present. The "an eye for an eye" principle leaves the whole world blind, and violence only breeds endless violence. It seems that real peace in the Middle East will only come when Israel no longer has a big brother standing behind it, forcing it to sit at the negotiating table with its neighbors on absolutely equal terms.